We operate in a professional ecosystem that encourages the projection of a polished exterior, regardless of whether the substance exists to support it. The standard advice is to fake it till you make it, a high-stakes game built entirely on maintaining fragile perceptions. Modern markets reward the immediate appearance of success. Building actual capability is a slow, invisible process, whereas projecting authority takes only a moment of performance. This is known as signaling theory. Humans use specific external markers, using the right vocabulary, wearing certain clothes, or a confident posture to broadcast a status they may not have earned. When signaling becomes the primary currency, the baseline of mutual trust collapses. Every interaction becomes a test of who is actually capable and who is simply an imposter holding up a facade. The fable of the donkey and the discarded lion skin provides a precise psychological case study of the signaling trap. The donkey faces a choice. He can acknowledge his position in the forest, or he can adopt an external, terrifying identity to bypass his internal inadequacies. By putting on the skin, he severs his presentation from his reality. His external shell projects an apex predator, while his internal biology remains unchanged. The real tragedy lies in the timeline. The donkey assumes a superficial shortcut is a sustainable strategy, ignoring the daily energy required to keep the disguise from slipping. This chart shows the initial phase of deception. Wearing the skin, his perceived competence spikes, while actual capability stays at zero. He ignores the growing void, the imposter deficit. Soon, heavy expectations press down, demanding tasks a donkey's biology cannot support. The mask works in a vacuum, but it creates a compounding debt. Eventually, the environment will demand a payment that the imposter cannot fulfill. Eventually, the goal shifts from survival to ego. The donkey no longer just wants to be safe, he wants to be admired. He decides he needs to roar to complete the performance. As this schematic illustrates, the donkey falls victim to his own illusion. He acts as if the costume has altered his structurally incompatible jawbone. He moves from passive deception to an active stress test. By attempting a roar, he initiates an action his body is incapable of executing. Pride acts as the self-destruct mechanism. It forces a confrontation with reality that the disguise was designed to avoid. He opens his mouth, but the vocal cords of a donkey produce only a loud, unmistakable bray. The forest falls silent. On this graph, the unmasking is a vertical crash. Perceived value plummets instantly to intersect with the baseline of fundamental truth. The surrounding ecosystem reacts by withdrawing its trust. Laughter is only the first symptom of a total loss of social credit that cannot be easily regained. Public humiliation is the social market's method of correcting a fraudulent asset. The value of the lion was a lie. The market has reset its price to zero. The exposure is painful, but it establishes a true baseline. You finally know exactly where your current skills end. Standing on the truth allows for the beginner's advantage. You no longer spend mental energy tracking lies or maintaining a performance, redirecting that capacity toward learning. Dropping the mask is the only logically sound prerequisite for actual progress. You can only build on what is actually there. This comparison shows the difference in energy expenditure. Maintaining an illusion drains energy just to stay in place, while genuine skill acquisition builds exponential equity over time. Real growth happens in the unglamorous, quiet phases. It requires working in the shadows without demanding an audience before the work is finished. Look at how the water interacts with this anvil. Internal competence eventually becomes so dense that it generates a quiet, unforced confidence. True authority does not need to roar. Its foundational substance makes the expert's presence felt without a sound.